So I'm Petra, and you're live in the 8-8 twin flame healing pot that we have in this Lionsgate right now, live broadcasting over the entire planet. What about that? Isn't that amazing? And this Lionsgate is just this time once a year where, you can sense a sort of open portal in like the cosmos, in the sky, in the planetary constellations, because there is an opening towards the planet system of Sirius, which is a very spiritual planetary system. And that means that we can feel closer to our own soul. And that means that we're closer to our own soul's desires. And that means we can work on healing into what that asks from us to make those soul's desires come true. And we're particularly focusing on the twin flame in this year. And that's the date as well. It's the 8-8, the Tuesday, August 8th. That is the high point of the Lion's Gate. And I think that is amazing to, be with you in this time, on this date. The Lion's Gate is a time frame itself that is a little bit larger. It sort of it starts end of July and then it closes off in a couple days time in the beginning of August, and that's where you can feel that. So it's just a wonderful time to come together in this twin flame healing pot to give our heart's desires that attention that it deserves. So that's what we're doing right now. And for the coming 24 hours, because there will be more sessions like this, after this one, the next one comes, and then the next one, there will be even 6 sessions before it'll be 11 a.m. Amsterdam time tomorrow, because that's what it's right now where I am. So all these sessions you can participate in, but you can also more or less passively take it in if you want to. I'm looking forward to meeting you. As I said, you can come to the Facebook group that is called Your Abundance, and when you're there you can also come to the Zoom room to really meet, because after these sessions have played out, in which I do sort of an action, I give something to you, I talk to you. After that has been finished, you have more time in the Zoom room where we can meet and discuss, etc. But that will be just between us. If all works well, because it's always, as I said, I hope that everything is going to work out, and we're just going to see if it does, and if not, then that is totally part of the show, I think. So there we go. I have done these sessions before, these midsummer healing rituals before, I have to say. I remember starting them up in around 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19. I did them with an incredible focus and in a more and more of spiritual power. And they took place in the summer, more like in the garden or in a park. And I did it always in our Facebook group as well, but it was more offline than online in a certain sense. And this is the first time that we're doing it more online, and I'm very curious how that'll work out as well. So we're doing it like this in a sort of a renewed way, because I didn't know that we were going to do it again. I actually thought maybe my series of midsummer rituals were finished. I had downloaded the way to heal your twin flame union and therefore come into your true abundance. And via the mission that is connected to your twin flame union, starting to build that mission business, also starting to attract that birthright abundance consisting of soul money as well, which is just a normal thing when you're in the harmonious twin flame union. You cannot escape it even. So I heard someone recently say in my group that they were really questioning if it was good to have a monetary, a financial desire to be acknowledged and validated as well in a spiritual realm, in a spiritual group, in the spiritual twin flame journey. But I have to say, you can't miss it, because when you will arrive in that harmonious twin flame union as a consciousness state that it's all about, you will start to call in that birthright abundance that is consisting of many things, but specifically also of money. Isn't that a vehicle of value in our cultures that you can do with whatever you desire, which can be used for the good? So that belongs with it too. And that's just creates this lifestyle of living in your abundance. And in a sense, the twin flame union in specific, the consciousness state of harmonious twin flame union comes first in that, because that is the foundation of it all. It is the foundation of like a new level of ascended living. It's a foundation of a new level of what is possible in the universe for you to live. And it is the most abundant possibility for you to live. And it is significantly different than where we are now, where most of you are now. We're still significantly growing into that. And that's why healing is necessary. So that's why we have a healing pod. This is the twin flame healing pod. That came to me as a surprise that we were even going to do this after I have done this series of Midsummer Lionsgate events before, but I thought maybe this was a series that had now ended, because I had, as a teacher, prepared so many things already for the school to start, because that's where we're working towards, to have a school that teaches you all of this, all about this, what I just explained to you. And when I started the preparations for this extensive ritual that we're going to do now, I felt, I meditated on the fact that now we're going to effectuate all that I prepared all these years. Not that there was nothing happening from what I did last years, all those years. There was a lot that transpired from it. But now we're sort of going to effectuate all of that in a new way to push everything forward. And that's very healing for you too, because you can join that wave with me, with us, going forward. So what is your personal, individual healing intention for this space together, for this time together, for this 8/8 Twin Flame Healing Pod? Now think about that. Write it down. Be clear about that. What is your personal twin flame, abundance focus for your healing for this Lionsgate? And actually, when I think about it, I already started everything in 2011, much earlier, and even earlier than that. Yeah, it's just amazing. And that we're all going to, all of that, we're going to effectuate right now. It's just going to, start with all of this abundance that we already have and then move forward. So I'm very happy about that. So this is supposed to be the oracle card reading. That is the first session of the 6 sessions. So let's see what we're going to have. I have a whole collection of oracle card decks, and I will pick some of them and shuffle them and get a card out and see what it is. And what I'm doing is sort of reading the energy of what is right now with what I'm providing, with what the universe is providing, what the divine is providing, and what I read in your intentions as well at the same time. So it's a little bit like the group energy healing reading, the group energy reading that I do every month in our Facebook community as well, but then in a sort of bigger way and a bigger scale. And yeah, I think we're going to see many elements that will be brought forward that you can focus on. You can pick on what speaks to you to take with you in your healing experience in this healing pod, which just means a healing energy bubble, so to speak, in which you can join and be and participate in all of that so that it heals for you too. So that's what we're going to do the coming, I don't know, 45 minutes maybe. And there was something I wanted to say. Well, I think I just want to say, if you see this, if you're in the group and you see this live, please say something in a comment below, because then I can see if it works. You can of course always do that, not when I ask you to, but then I know that it works, that you hear me, that you're tuned in, because that will of course appear on my side as well. And if you're trying to get into the Zoom room, then I have to validate that for you, and then you will come in. I hope I see that in time. And now we're going to check the other one as well. Yeah, I think we are streaming live. How cool is that? And this is, well, let's leave that alone. And was there something more I wanted to say? Let me think. So one of the things that I have been experiencing through doing all these rituals the past couple years is that I called in my own spiritual inheritance, and one of the things that belonged to that was the Christed Masters, and in specific the head of the Christed Soul family, the Master Christ, and I personally worked together with them, and I personally met them in the flesh as well, and right now we work together in spirit. That was a very special event, but by then, when that happened, I was already had been working on the background of what the educational material should entail for the school we were going to do in the recent future. Is that right? I had already made significant strides for that, because one of the most important healing tools that we use is the key tool, and that was given to me in a rough form in 2011 by Divine Mother already. So, that was quite some time ago. And even before that, I was already preparing. Yeah, there was also someone a couple of days ago that some sort of tried to ridicule all of that. Well, that of course doesn't work. I think it's kind of clear that, if we together participate in a cool event, that when you start to ridicule the foundations of all of that doesn't work for you. For me, it remains working, because it cannot be made undone, but for you, it will not be working. So for whomever is hearing this, maybe that's good to know, or something that I need to say this. And there was something that I wanted to say, but I can't get it right now, so maybe that's just, I don't know, maybe we'll get to it later, or when I get the cards out. So again, when you see this and you're like, hey, I'm participating, let me write something in the comment field, please do so. Because then I know that everything's working and you're hearing me and all of that. So that would be really, really cool. Live dashboard. Alrighty, so the angels of abundance want to come first. I'm seeing them here. And this is a card deck by Doreen Virtue and Grant Virtue. And it's a little bit of a small deck. I do work with the angels of God. There's 72 angels. I think there is a specific deck for them that'll come out in this reading. But I do work with the angels of the divine, and in that sense that they came to me and said that they wanted to specifically work with me and with this mission. So there we go. And the angels of abundance, I think that sounds good. No more complaining. That is a beautiful start. Such a sweet picture of the mother angel and the child angel. Complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spiritually. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choices and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. I love that. And isn't that a whole culture of victimhood, of complaining that we so much have? Sometimes people even come together, they connect over victimhood, they connect over complaining. That's certainly what my family did, what my family does. And I have a history of being stuck in victimhood, so maybe you have that as well. It's very well possible. It can be subtle. But when you feel stuck, and you still feel stuck, and you still feel stuck, and after a couple years you still feel stuck, and you're not actively working on it, be it in your health journey, your money journey, or your twin flame journey, your spiritual journey. When you're not working towards a breakthrough seriously, then you might also question yourself if you are stuck in sort of the celebration of victimhood instead of acknowledging what's going on, naming it, and taking it upon you to say, okay, so this is what I'm gonna heal, this is my responsibility, because who knows the things, the unthinkable, awful things that have been done to you as a child, for instance. You have the responsibility to transform that into love right now. You're accountable to yourself to do that because your soul wants you to have, desires you to have, calls you to have your highest outcomes. And if that means that you need to turn everything upside down, turn this thing that you're upset about around, turn the emotion inside your body around towards a feeling quality. Turn what you accuse the world and the other people of around to that you're doing that to yourself because you are the master of your own experience in life. Then you have finally the power in your hand to change that and to break through. And to make your soul and the desires of your soul come true in the material world. Manifest it, so to speak. I know that's a really big, fashion word almost, but there you go. This turning around, taking the power in your own hand and making that breakthrough come true for yourself is what we do. This is the twin flame work. This is what we do with the key tool in our community, Your Abundance, on Facebook. This is the central healing work that we always do. It does work with mirroring. Everything in the world mirrors something inside of you. And you can work on that within yourself. And then it will birth that healed reality in the world as well. Your true twin flame is always your highest mirror, the biggest pointer to what you need to heal. Ginormous, actually. And although that can be painful, it is also the biggest blessing, because your soul wants to know what is going on and have it spelled out in capitals for you, so that you know what to work on and so that you will do it, because the true twin flame is attractive enough for you to want to do it. So these are all big blessings. Having your twin flame in your life and desiring that the same is a divine blessing. That means that the divine becomes present and manifested in your actual daily life. Yes, that could be an ongoing painful affair of having to watch yourself in the eye, heal it, and again and again. And it is also a tremendous, almost blowing you away experience of divine love that is incredible and profound and healing and just melting your heart and beautiful. Yeah. And it's good to want that. It's good to desire that. But it's also good to know what it is or how it works. Yeah. So this is what you all want, and I know that. And it's a matter of you on your own, in your own responsibility, starting to work on doing that healing tool, doing all the healing exercises, and investing time and effort and money in yourself while doing that. And it is a combination with being in the right group and consuming the energy of the right teacher that has that already, that has that ascended energy already. And listening to the personalized advice for you and guidance as well. It's something that you decide in the now. And it will take you on a little bit of a journey that can take some time at the same time. But once you promised it to yourself, and these things are in order, you taking the responsibility, doing the healing work on yourself, taking time, effort and money to put into it, being in the right community, having the teacher that has that ascended energy so that you can be guided by that energy, by that presence, and also by the guidance coming from the teacher. When all is present, you can be sure that you will reach it. And you can be sure of that already right now. It's guaranteed to you already right now. So, yeah. I also remember what I wanted to say that I almost forgot. I think it was just that this whole event in which you can start this healing. We're going to do this card reading. We're going to do crystal healing. We're going to do meeting each other, meditating, etc. This is not per se representing that actual work that you're going to do, but it does represent that energy in the teacher and some healing modalities that can additionally help you. But this is a special event that only comes around once a year, maximum. This is a special event, so this is not like the only thing that we do. Maybe I just wanted to say that. You need to become active. You need to become active in doing the key tool. You need to become active in contacting the teacher and the energy and applying the guidance. And that is not because I feel so cool about myself or something. It is just because I have been given the transformation to become this teacher, and it's only beautiful to have that working out in real life. Then I didn't go through these teacher initiations for the twin flame field of life for nothing. So that's only, a dream come true for me as well. It makes my twin flame union meaningful. So this is the Abundance deck, Divine Abundance, from Tosha Silver and Fina Gonzalez. That's really cool. Beautiful pictures on this. So let's see. I think we're just going to split the deck. Divine Mother helps me always with getting cards out, receiving. And isn't that the whole point? Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. There's a sun and a bird and someone receiving all of that. The bird stands for the Holy Spirit, for my idea. And the sun is this beautiful outward sign for your source. Very beautiful. Receiving. You know, it is already true. Your twin flame is already your twin flame. You're already living in harmonious union in the truth of you. But there's a distance between where you are and that spiritual truth. In other words, you want to live that spiritual truth in the flesh. And these things need to come together. You see, as here it becomes one, like a one energy blob. That's your harmonious union energy field. And when that is repaired at the core, you can start from that place out. You can start to begin to, manifest that in the flesh, in the physical, which is amazing when that happens to you. So let's get a life purpose card from Doreen Virtue. When you manifest your harmonious union, you will also get to know, here it is. You get to know who your true twin flame is. Like the true twin flame revelation process is always nearby around that time when you come in the consciousness state of harmonious union. And also the revelation process of your life purpose is also nearby. And your mission is more the actionable approach to that, which also leads to you building your mission business, which I can guide for you completely as well. Oh, that's interesting. It's the speaker. It's a Dutch card, I'm sorry. Your life goal is that you can be a speaker. Well, and also speak your heart, speak your truth in every circumstance. Maybe that's needed for someone. Maybe your voice needs to become, loosened and come online, so to speak. Your true you, right? And that is what your mission really is, and what your mission business will share with other people. This is what happens for you when you come into this state of harmonious union. And it will always mean that you start to speak out for who you are, what you are about, how you're feeling about yourself and all of that. So, yeah, that's certainly very relevant. Beautiful. Did I want to say something about that? So there is a part of your journey, let's say your twin flame abundance journey, that is leading to your harmonious union consciousness. This is very important. And it's really about your consciousness. It's really about the transformation of the mind. And there's another part of you that at the same time that is making whole your energetic receiving field in yourself, in your body, in your vehicle where you can contain value, and that's very much for your soul money. So there's some sort of two states of being that come together, your harmonious union and your golden flow in your energy field. So that's actually what I teach, the whole of it. So that may be like good to know. But I know this goes a little bit far for like people that are like starting out, but I wanted to mention it anyway. Let's go to the Mary Magdalene Oracle deck by Tony Carmine Salerno. Let's see what we're getting. It does make me think back about the receive card that we just had, because it's your energy field, your energy body in which you are going to receive your transformed consciousness, harmonious union consciousness. So you can also prepare your energy body, which is very close to your physical body. So prepare your physical body, your physical life, your daily life. Prepare all of that for the mind transformation. That's another way to approach the same journey. So all in all, we have a couple of approaches, but it all leads to the same thing. And it's all its own. There's only one thing, and it's very clear in the spiritual field. It's very clear. There's no doubt about that. The divine always points it out very clearly. So don't be afraid about that. So let's see. Confusion. That's interesting. Oh, that's a whole confusing weather situation on the painting. Confusion. I'm going to look in the booklet actually what it says. Right, there are confused thoughts in regards to a very important decision. Maybe you feel like you don't know what side to develop into, as if you can't choose between what you would really want to do and what you think that you should do. At the basis of this problem is a deep-rooted feeling of being how do you say that? I'm translating it on the fly from the Dutch. That you need to do something in regards to other people that surround you in some way. You're afraid that you will need to disappoint people or hurt their feelings when you choose what you want. I think this is a very general thing that will happen in your twin flame journey indeed. There will be elements that your true twin flame will project to you that seem unsurmountable, that seem too big to resolve. And whatever they may be, they live in another country, they have been growing up in a family that has another value system or another religion, or it can be many things that you experience as a block too big to heal. In my case, it was. But I can't make him stop having the other relationship that he has a family with, because that will make me a morally wrong person. So that's how I was programmed as a child. So that seemed insurmountable to me, specifically. Like sick insurmountable, like crazy insurmountable, absurdly insurmountable, is what that seemed to me until I healed it. And then it was just something that I healed. And therefore it says here, your most important responsibility is to be honorable to yourself and what you feel in your heart. You're always only, or at the core, you're most bound to what is true in the core of your union. That is what the divine has laid in you for a reason. And it is always the morally right choice for you to do. But you've got to go through that process in which you start to see that that is indeed so. So that is part of the healing journey. That is what you're going to do in this 8-8 Twin Flame Healing Pod in the Lion's Gate right now. Maybe you have that problem. Well, it is safe to understand that that is just exactly what is doable, even though it does not seem and feel doable. But it is, because you are supposed to live your twin flame union. And you will fully experience that when you have arrived in your harmonious twin flame union consciousness. Then it will be exactly clear to you that you were always destined to live just this. And all these other forces and societal ideas and family programming and friendships based on other values and whatnot, they're all out of alignment with their divine core. And now you are in alignment with your divine core, and you become the center that will exude that inspiration to all these places and people and family and friends. And you're doing the right thing for them too. But that can seem a bridge too far when you're still healing. And that is understandable. So just go into your heart and feel what that is. And give yourself permission. You are the one that is the expert in that. You are the only one that can validate that for you, in you. Your divine core can do that for you, in you. And that's the whole invitation. So that may be good to know. Yeah. So let's get an angel answer. These are beautiful short answers. Deck by Redley Valentine. To see if we're on the right track here with everything. Oh, 2 flipped out. Shall I take them? Ooh, well, I'm just gonna take them. Reconsider. Well, I think we just talked about reconsider. So when you think things are not possible, reconsider. Because, oh, there are 3. Because actually, 3 cards. There's no need to worry. But we think that, we believe that sometimes. And let's see, there's another one. So the whole point is remain positive. When you're on this journey and you've chosen that in your heart. By the way, I did see the like on the live video. Yay. So, hi. And it's good to know that it's all working. When you're on the journey, you've chosen to be on the journey. You can remain positive because you are making it come true for yourself. I like that. Reconsider, no need to worry, remain positive. I like the colors of these cards. No need to worry. Okay. I'm making a collection of the cards. I think I'm going to make a picture for you and post it in the group afterwards. There are like so many things all the time that I want to like say. But I want to say everything at the same time, you know? Which is not possible. I feel that Mother Mary wants to come through. I call her Divine Mother, and she is helping with your journey. Very potently and centrally. So, because she is actually picking the cards through me. And Our Lady of Sweet Rest. That is beautiful. I do feel that this time and space right here, right now in the healing pod is a space for rejuvenating rest. And you know, healing comes in a rest when you allow yourself to rest, which is also when you allow yourself to receive. Let's see the booklet 41. And yeah, it's always allowing the healing in that you ask. That's the whole challenge often. Allowing the lessons in that you have in your journey. I know how hard you have been trying, how much work and effort you have been summoning, even if you judge yourself for not having done enough. I see how much struggle you have been enduring, how much you have been trying to overcome. You will succeed, you are capable, but even the earth requires retreat and rest in order to replenish and continue in time. For now, beloved, it is rest time. Be with me. Suspend your activity and your judgment and let go. Solutions may come to you too in this time, but it is a time to simply be with me. Come, let us rest together in the sweetness of divine love. This world is one that requires balance. Whilst many of us know this intuitively, to live it is another thing altogether. Many of us have been taught and still believe that effort and striving are the most valuable behaviors, and that if we are not yet successful, we just aren't trying hard enough. The Divine Mother appreciates hard work, especially on those things that have meaning to you, that fill you with passion, even as they perhaps demand everything from you. But whilst she loves that you will not hold yourself back from the tasks at hand, she also knows that in this world there are seasons of rest and seasons of activity, and that is the natural law of the earth. It is in rest that we cannot only replenish ourselves, but stop thinking about our problems for a while to perhaps gain a different perspective and to give life a chance to continue, maybe even rendering our problems no longer problematic. It is also in rest that we can allow the Divine Mother to help us. In rest, we become receptive. We need to be open in order for her wisdom and light to permeate our body and mind, to infuse within us her guidance so that we feel it and know it. It is hard, to be open if you are huddled into an exhausted ball on the floor, completely overwhelmed by stress. Or perhaps you are not so affected by stress, but have the sometimes not so useful trait of being able to simply and continuously just carry on. You have a tendency to just keep on going unless an injury or accident or illness slows you down. Then the message of Our Lady to you at this time is to stop for a while now, before it comes to that. You may feel that you are on a roll, that you have momentum and you don't want to stop. That is fine, of course, and always your choice. However, you are being given guidance here that you will not undo any good works by slowing down for a moment or two, taking a short break or a longer one if needed. Good rest brings energy and helps us avoid pursuing a path that would perhaps not lead anywhere interesting or helpful despite our initial enthusiasm. The Lady of Sweet Rest comes to us when we will gain through stepping back, pausing, or just letting life move on around us as we slow down for a moment or two. She comes to confirm to us that rest will help your body, mind, and soul, that rest can be in whatever form works for you. If you are not sure what works for you, perhaps start with some time in nature or a nap, if practical. Know that you deserve it. And if guilt or shame comes up about having a need for rest or taking that time for yourself, hand it over to Divine Mother and allow her to help you to let go in peace. If you have been praying about something happening in your life, a resolution or a manifestation, and wanting it to appear, this oracle comes with the guidance that all creation happens in time. Even in the stillness of winter, when the earth is resting, there is still invisible preparation happening for the flowing and buzz of activity as new life emerges in the spring. So do not lose hope. Just have patience and know that all things come in time. Healing process and affirmation. Imagine that you are laying peacefully in a beautiful place, perhaps in nature. Imagine the air on your skin, the scent of flowers in the air perhaps, or the sound of birds. The Divine Mother is with you, resting peacefully. You are safe, secure, and relaxed. If any thoughts or worries arise, imagine that they can float away on a breeze or nearby stream. There is just you, the Divine Mother, and a sense of sweetness, peace, trust, and relaxation. Stay here for as long as feels good and finish your process by repeating the following affirmation 3 times, preferably out loud. Our Lady of Sweet Rest is with me now, soothing my soul and allowing me to just be. I am held in divine oneness always, and all is happening in perfect divine timing now. Our Lady of Sweet Rest is with me now, soothing my soul and allowing me to just be. I am held in divine oneness always, and all is happening in perfect divine timing now. Our Lady of Sweet Rest is with me now, soothing my soul and allowing me to just be. I am held in divine oneness always, and all is happening in perfect divine timing now. This was the Mother Mary Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild. I'm now looking at the Judy Hole crystal healing wisdom oracle to see if there is a wise crystal that can help us. When the crystal that comes out, or the crystals that come out, speak to you, you can always take a shortcut and a cheap version of crystal healing. And ooh, there is one flying on the ground. I will pick it up from the ground. There is always a way to just find that crystal on internet and print a picture of it, and then cut that picture out and put it in your pocket or something, carry it with you under your pillow in the night. And even like a picture that you printed from the internet from that stone can already help you. So let's see which one. That's interesting. Number 47, Ancestralite. Well, that seems like a very layered picture, isn't it? Interesting. That sounds like your ancestors are here. You know, the ancestors bring wisdom and also challenges. In the first initiation that I share, that you can come to me for, I share a deep ancestral line problem and the resolution of it, of course. That is very common in Western society and has a lot to do with a true lovers not being able to come together because of a certain curse, and we can remove that curse. This is for people that feel called to it, that feel attracted to me, because all of you have it usually. It sounds nasty, a curse, but we can turn that curse around, so don't worry. And it's just a word, okay? But it means that you are a very spiritual, responsible person, actually, that nevertheless is incredibly held back in your daily life, in your energy, in your work, in your finances, and you cannot come together with your loved one too, because you cannot really come together with your self-love in a healthy way. And people can have many like vague symptoms around their entire mental, emotional, physical daily life, work, schooling, family life, physical life kind of experience, vague, this is not working kind of things in your health, in your body, in your thinking, in your emotions, in your psychology. And it often helps a great deal when you have that first initiation, and we can turn that curse around. Ancestralite, ancestors is what it is about. Ancestralite is in its time on Earth, or when the stone was on Earth, it has been radically changed since it has been on Earth. I'm just translating it on the fly again, which is always a little bit challenging. The stone helps you find your buried treasures that are in your past. It starts healing you from in yourself where you are a long time ago. And it takes all those soul's lessons and rolls them out towards the future. But it releases the experiences from which they came. You know, often we have beautiful lessons that help us forward, but the experiences they came from were painful. So it lets those experiences go. Self-insight, every upset or not feeling okay with yourself that you carry inside yourself is old and has been passed on by the line of your ancestors. It has to do with the programmed habits and forbidden emotions that have been repressed in your family line, but also old traumas and family dramas. Future, take your dreams seriously. Family history and family secrets will surface for you, and you will understand them right now. You will need to think radically different about everything that you thought that you were clear about, to give yourself a chance to feel correctly in your heart. Healing. Ancestor is everyone that went before you, not only your personal bloodline. Heal them and you heal yourself. Frequency, earth or grounded. Chakra, all of them. Time, space, winter. Path of the soul, the manifestation of the gifts of the past. Ancestral light. How beautiful is that? You can also make a screenshot of this card and print that and keep it with you. Very powerful. Very layered. You know, to see the layers on that crystal. Very interesting. I never had this card come out. So maybe this is a big resolution of all these curses, you know. So the guardian angels are up now. This is just so beautiful. This whole box, including a beautiful book and 72 angel cards, is made by Delia Ciccarelli. I hope I pronounced that right. She is an Italian author and, well, illustrator mainly. So let's see which one of the 72 healing angels of the divine want to help me, help us at this time. Or maybe more. Oops, I don't think so. The 72 angels that came to me and said to me that they wanted to help us for our twin flame unions. Well, they are a little bit wild, these cards. Okay, let's just split the deck and take this one. 72. That is the last one. That's very interesting. A water jug. Let's see the booklet. God, the end of the universe. Me Wame. That's how you pronounce that name, because you can't pronounce it in English what you're seeing. But, okay. Conclusions and completion of goals. Serenity, enjoying small things, the secrets of nature, lunar energies, rebirth and new beginnings, receptivity, mediumship and mystical experiences, reincarnation, complete realization and materialization, medicine and health, accompaniment of the dying, consciousness. Very interesting. So it seems like God, the end of the universe, this is just the end manifestation. Like you are manifesting now what you always have wanted. And that is true for the entire twin flame journey. I mean, the result will be you having that foundation for your love life, your marriage and your family, but also your mission and your mission business, and therefore also for your financial life. And that is the last thing that you will need to do in the eternal soul's perspective. It is the only thing to do you will come to know, and it also is the last thing that you will need to do. Because the truth is that you will heal your union, which is you on the divine level, all parts of you on the divine level. You will heal that into the place where you come to live that as your eternal you. That is quite literally so. So you will then experience life as the eternal flow of life. That is just now and now and now. And that will not be undone anymore. That's what it means to heal your consciousness towards harmonious twin flame union consciousness. And that's where all the things that you manifest in the physical world from that place, you will see that they also stay and they also keep on adding to itself and keep on growing, and that will not be made undone anymore. Not even when you would die and come back in another life, you can still start, continue to build on that same physical base that will arrive at your place again, because you will call it in again, and you can regain that building power from that place, from that degree of abundance, and gain more. So when you are here now, you can heal into your harmonious twin flame union, and that will be the last time, because you will keep it. Except from when you choose to not keep that state in place, and you just don't keep up with the healing that you would need to do inside that state to maintain it. And you would actively choose against that, then you fall out of it. And all of what I said has not been made come true, but that was then another new choice that you made, because you didn't maintain it. But when you've arrived and you're in it, that will be the result. So this seems really the acknowledgement of that. That's beautiful. So this angel will help you right now to go there. It feels also as though we're coming at the end of the entire reading, but no, I feel that we're still going to get a mystery card of Egypt, which is a beautiful Dutch deck from Petra Stam. She has my first name. And Els Leijsen. Beautiful. Okay, so, and this is all Egyptian mythology symbols. And then we're also going to do the Native American one. I feel very connected to both in my soul, among others, but specifically, so that's, I think, a good idea. And then, okay, I think we do get a Dragon Fae card as well, because the Dragon Fae, they just want to, you know, be with us as well. Oh, well, anyway. I just think we're going to have a complete reading of many things. So this is the sistrum. It's an instrument that can make you go into a trance. So it rattles. So you just shake it, I think, and it rattles. And will give you a trance. The healing that we do also can give you a sort of a trance feeling. The key exercise that I have as the central one that came from Divine Mother herself is something that can give you a feeling of being in a trance, of self-hypnotization, in fact. And that's also a way of looking at what's happening. You're hypnotizing yourself into your healed version of yourself, where you are already in truth, in spiritual truth, in your harmonious twin flame union. And then when you manifest that consciousness, you start to also sprout from that, you know, the material the equivalent of that. That's how you can be with your twin flame now. That is actually, it means that you are being with the end of your spiritual journey right now, and you use that presence of that end of the spiritual journey right now as an anchor to start on, to keep on adding to it and adding to it and adding to it, so that it spreads in your actual daily physical life, your materialization of yourself. And yes, the inner work, doing the inner work can feel like a self-hypnotization and a trance, and that is something to take into account. And yeah, that is true, but it doesn't really matter. But if you should experience it like that, that is true. And you do that by means of like nothing. So we don't use other means than doing the inner work. It's not necessary to take drugs or this or that. Um, it's not even strictly necessary to use like a rattle or fun things in your art or your creativity or whatever to do that, but it can be a great expression. But we don't need to manipulate our consciousness with extra additions because the inner work itself does that. It does what it does. And that's absolutely more than enough. When you're doing that and you're in it and you have a little bit of that trance as a result, that can happen. Just take care of yourself as best as you possibly can. Make sure you stay safe. Take your safety precautions. Take care of yourself. And if you're there, maybe you want to express that in fun things and creative things. That can happen. Just express that in great art and stuff. That's beautiful. But you don't need to manipulate yourself by adding additional things into your body or what have you. That is really not the idea that we're doing here, because you will find that it's absolutely not necessary, and you'll also manipulate your system into states where you're not yet or something. You don't need that. You don't need to be where you're not yet. All feelings will pass through you when the time is ripe. And it's also not a goal to feel trance. It's a means in which the divine can take your time-space reality to make you go through healing bouts, healing episodes. And that's the use of it. And then they will pass. When you experience that, it's fine. It means that you're healing. And then it will pass. The end of the journey is always being sobered up in a definitive way. And that's where your true treasure lies. But this is the rattle that can make you be in a trance, and that is a healing tool. It is that trance feeling is a healing tool that can be experienced by you, and it can also melt away again, as I said, because now you are healed. Enjoy the earthly existence. Yes, because that, this is a large trance thing, because it's just throwing itself around on the floor. Enjoy your earthly existence, it says. I love that, because your whole earthly existence is a trance and is only a perspective and is, it's a hologram. That's so true. And it's here to be enjoyed. And the whole human existence is here to heal you. It's an educational experience. You will show your sensual side, and through that experience more life force. Meditation, the sounds of music bring you a special meaning. That's a beautiful one. If you are resting in this Lion's Gate, just put up some beautiful soothing music and lay down for a bit. Rest. What a good idea. Very good idea. Let's go to the Native American Oracle cards. I love this deck because I made a promise to work on the peace in consciousness of the entire universe in an incarnation as a clan mother of the Native Americans. So I remembered that one very clearly, but this is not even the only one. Incarnation or something, or not. But anyway, so here it is. The Dreamcatcher number 23. I put a Dreamcatcher in my marketing on social media for this event. Interesting. We're now at 1 hour, 11 minutes. Always cool. I love 111. And this one, the dream catcher on the card, was in my marketing. I am going to actually look into the booklet to see what it says. Choice. One Ojibwe word for dreamcatcher means spider, and a dreamcatcher does look like a spider's web. It is a hoop made of willow and woven with a loose web, often of red dyed yarn, and decorated with feathers and beads. It is circular to represent the path traveled by the sun and the moon through the heavens. Often given to infants and children, it filters out bad dreams or thoughts, catching them in the web, allowing only sweet dreams and positive thoughts to enter the sleeping mind. When the sun rises, everything caught in the web disappears. As adults, we can use our power of choice to filter out the bad thoughts from the good ones. Message: cultivate discernment and make sure you understand all the subtleties before jumping to conclusions. Keywords: choice, discernment, study, knowledge, revised plans. Time: Wednesdays. Well, tomorrow it's Wednesday. When this ritual space will end, it will be Wednesday. I love that. Make a new choice is what the Master Christ says is your central healing possibility as a human being on the twin flame abundance journey. Making a new choice when you see that the problem arises. Thank yourself, because now you have a concrete evidence of what you need to heal in your last healing effort ever, so that you will arrive. And what you do with that block, that problem, that issue that arises in your space is you accept it and you make a new choice. That's what the Master Christ says is the advice for you. Through the Native American culture. Because the Master Christ speaks through every culture, every religion, every spiritual heritage, path. The Dragon Fae are very earthbound, very manifestation bound, subtle energy fields of the dragons. Well, and now this is what I was afraid of. I need to get something at the door. Oh my God, and it's a beautiful present for my union. Hello. Kom verder. So I was so afraid this was going to happen, and it just happened. My worst dream just happened. I needed to get something at the door, a package. while I was live. Well, it happened already anyways. You know, it was so funny. I was preparing this whole event and I was like, oh my God, you must be kidding me. I just got this mail that they're going to deliver something on the day of my event. They will for sure need to, of course, deliver it right when I'm live or something. And yeah, can I still change the time? No, not really. Too difficult. Oh my God, but uh, you know what? I also realized that this was a package that holds a lot of material for my harmonious union celebration with my true twin flame that I am preparing. It holds clothes that I have been trying to get, you know, a beautiful outfit for different festivities that I'm planning in the future. And one of them is meant for a getaway, a very romantic getaway between the two of us to a beautiful city, the beautiful Italian city of Verona, where we have the Romeo and Juliet story of Shakespeare that is actually placed in that town, and people go to that town for that reason, and I want to go there with him as well in a very romantic getaway, and that is not planned yet, but you know, I'm thinking about that, and I love, you know, planning with what I'm going to wear. I love that. It's just fun to me. So I'm doing this fun thing. And yeah, this was a new take on it, and it's an enormous package with that inside of it. And now I'm going to look at it later on, and yeah, it just arriving in this space maybe is, I realized, you know, the whole idea is a good idea as well, because it means that romantic getaways can arrive for you as well as, you know, sort of incited in this healing space here, because it manifested in this way already right here. Not in all ways yet, but in this way. So the Dragon Fae cards, and they are earthbound, helping energies that not like the angels are more towards the divine, and the Dragon Fae are more towards the earth. This is very interesting. Card 20. Look at that green dragon. Very powerful. Male dragon. Pendragon. Pure masculine energy. How about that? I'll tell you something more. This is a new card for me to come out. 20. So, you know, I am a divine feminine in my union, but there is a mistake that people make, that I am about empowering divine feminines. I am not. I am about empowering your union, in particular your harmonious union. And that comprises of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. But when you look at the work, the healing work, the energy work, and the organic system of energy work, of ascended energy that I represent with my school, that is about the divine feminine healing approach. That's where I stand for. And that meets on an equal level the Christed, divine masculine consciousness and divine mind healing approach that I can also use and guide for you. But I stand for the divine feminine healing approach. So this is a difference that people may not grasp yet, but there you go. And we have now the pure masculine power of the Pendragon coming in. I think that's very good and very relevant. I'm looking in the booklet. I don't think I'm going to read all of it in this time. It's also me needing to translate it, but I'm going to look over it. I am he that is the chaser, in a positive way, the wise one, the father, the provider, the protector. I am he that protects his people and does his very best for his family. I am he, your brother, your father, your husband, your son, your twin flame. I am pure, powerful, male energy, and I am the beloved of the goddess of the dragon fae. Together we create union. Apart, we wander around alone, and we get easily wounded, even annihilated. I have a role to care for other people, to use my physical power and my weapons to fight for the people that I love, and I will. I am the king and emperor and God, and I care for you. Don't be afraid of me. I do not hesitate to close you in my arms and hold you tight. I love you. But know that my role has been taken me away, time and again, from love and playfulness. But they are still inside of me. Have trust in my deeds. See the truth and choose that true twin flame partner. That in action is a true, caring, strong, manly man. And if you are that man, it is what you need to become. That true, manly hero. That being of protection. Because whatever you believe about heroic man, it is time to embrace your own being a hero. And everything that you are, and become that which you already are at the core. Don't devalue your masculinity, respect it. Respect men for what they are, and we will show you love. We will not disappoint you. We will care for you. That doesn't mean that you are weak. We just ask you to take on what we want to give you and receive it. Let us be strong in our own way. Let us care for you. And let us warn you for everything that might hurt you. I will protect you. I will care for you. I will build a house for you. And I will put food on the table. I will build this house with my hands. And you will see the proof of my efforts. And I will love you. This is my task. And I will never let you down. I think this says it all. And we're going to close off with a card of the healing system that I stand for. And I'm going to open the booklet on my computer and shuffle the cards. This is an oracle card deck that I made myself. and it stands for the Creative Identity Healing System that has an anchor in the universal energy in general. There are 9 energy points that correspond with the healing system. You can find them in your body because your body is your temple. And they also correspond to the healing energy places in the universe. And there are 9 energy points, and they relate to the Vedic Indian chakra system that has 7 main points in a way, but they give like another dimension, another reading of it, and they add the earth under your feet and the heaven above your head clearly as 2 energy points, between which there are 7 additional energy points. Moving from self-acknowledgement to value. Acknowledger, affirmer, how, C1.1. I love that. Look at the heart that is falling in the pond. So the heart is going to be thrown in the water. And that is what the description of the card will be about. And we're just going to close off with that. Because you need to free your heart, and your heart needs to have a free moving space in your feeling, in your pool of watery feelings. That's what it essentially is about. And that's the manifestation movement that you're going to make in this Lion's Gate 8/8 Twin Flame Healing pod. That's the freeing action, and it moves from self-acknowledgement to value. So you are the divine core inside of yourself that can self-acknowledge what there needs to be self-acknowledged, and that'll be the freeing power for you. And you will move yourself to value, and that value will manifest. C1.1. Well, let's try to find that card and read from the description. I will make this into a card deck that you can buy with a booklet. This booklet has 45 pages that are big pages, so it will be like 100 pages in a smaller booklet form. And they're like 76 cards. I actually don't know by heart, that's funny. But we're not there yet that you can buy it. But you can already tell me that you would like to have it, which helps. Alright. Cast your heart in the sea is what it's called. You have arrived at the invitation to self-acknowledgement, pure and simple. The acknowledgement of what and who and where you are is a powerful tool for transformation and manifestation. Transformation to a higher vibration and manifestation of your intentions, including the materialization of money. In this deck, sometimes I do give more elements of business and money actually, but they are manifesting secrets that in the same way actually work for your true twin flame and manifesting that. So keep that in mind. But you are not yet there. You are at a moment at which you discovered the acknowledgement and start to really execute it. You are valuable and you create value. This fact can now be researched in your heart to become clear. When you feel that out, your heart will light up and a desire will arise in you to share from it. You can at first leave it there for a bit at this desire, so you feel that through fully. This is how you give to yourself first. And that is how everything of value starts. When you become more full yourself in your heart and your own fulfillment, you can later on also give without having to give anything up. Crucial. For that matter, the act of casting your heart in the sea is not an action but a grace that comes into existence from a longing. You share that grace with others that had a similar pain of emptiness you once had at a certain point of your journey. This is your gift and it will be given automatically. The way your heart will fall into the proverbial ocean of your feelings by mere proverbial gravitational force, which is the movement of becoming true. You could imagine that underneath the water of the ocean, an ocean ground exists. And the heart will indeed slowly sink towards that rock-solid existence and arrive. The heart will be rocked there in the rhythm of the earth, suckling the breast of the ocean floor. This is where she is home. This is how you add service to your product. This is how you add service to how your product will fall out for your customer. Being refreshed and nurtured by the primal mother of the universe can be executed through your very product or service to the client, and this is the true beginning of that. Congratulations. So within the business, the mission business process, you give service to the client by your product or service. And that is you providing them the proverbial breast to feed on. And that is also, like casting your heart in the sea is also that action for the other people. And they will be grateful for it. That's what it's about. When when you become one with your twin flame harmonious union energy and you arrive and your mission becomes clear and you will step into that by building your mission business or having another way of organizing it, but I love having you make those steps to make it a business, because I think that's very autonomous and works very well, and I can guide that for you completely. That is what will happen when you arrive in the twin flame journey. That is just, you want to share it, and you also need to share it for you to keep that consciousness state high and working for you, out for you as well. So you will get to that point where you want to share it, and it means that the fact that you want to share it, you almost already, you do have that mission business already, because you're going to give that value to other people. And them wanting it and consuming it is already that business transaction. And you're asking value in return. So that is what that is. You can bring, this is the last part of the description of that card, you can bring other people to self-acknowledgement by seeing them, seeing the truth in them, and to acknowledge that with your words in a loving way. See, this is the creative quality that you have when you, through your choice, arrive in your harmonious twin flame union and your mission becomes activated. You become that power, that force that can help other people. Through this, you can help people directly and powerfully. This is a quality that is important in every company and every professional situation. This is the beginning of everything that is valuable and the beginning and the core of selling too, like this spooky thing that business is, selling. We don't like it sometimes, but it is part of the thing, and it actually means you sharing your love. I hope this helped you, and I wish you twin flame love. Bye. Love from Petra.